This week's audio question comes to us from Silvino in Las Vegas.
With the Shield being one of the greatest teams of all time in the WWE, my two questions to you are, 1, how would you personally book the Reformation of the Shield? And 2, when it comes time for Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, do you think Rollins, Ambrose, and Reigns should go in individually, as a team, or both?
Well, I would not get ahead of ourselves here. This guy's already putting the Shield in the Hall of Fame. They have to actually have Hall of Fame careers first. You could say that they've already had a Hall of Fame-worthy career, given some of the people who are in there. These guys have already come in. They've been main eventers almost since day one. Some of them have held belts, not all of them. Actually, no, I think all of them have. Yeah, they all have. Tag titles, U.S. title. And look, I'm sure Roman Reigns is going to go on to become a big star. Seth Rollins has a shot. Dean Ambrose has a shot. I think all three are going to be big stars. I can't tell you who will be bigger. I could say Reigns because the company is behind him right now more so than Rollins and Ambrose. So, he's got the rocket on him. Whether you think he's better than them or they're better than him, it doesn't really matter what you think or what I think. It's what they think. So, yeah, in the end, it wouldn't shock me if all three of them ended up being Hall of Fame worthy. But that's, come on, 15 years down the road. I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame now. So it's hard for me to really think about it like that. And it's hard to know how their careers are going to turn out. The Shield could end up being a footnote. These guys can go on to have great singles careers to where the Shield years, really, they were together for 18 months. It wasn't even a full 2 years. So the Shield stuff may be an afterthought when it's all said and done. I hope their careers are so successful that we can actually forget about the Shield years, as great as those were, because that would mean that their singles careers would be even better. And I want to see all three guys succeed. So, by that point, probably should just go in individually, not as a unit. As far as the reformation of the Shield, there were rumors a few weeks ago, actually maybe a couple months ago, that WWE was already planning how to go about doing a Shield reunion. Not necessarily to put them back together full time, but almost on like a special edition of Raw or as a one-time angle. Maybe kind of like what they did with Evolution earlier this year. The Shield reunites. I'm sure they will reunite at some point. Right now they hate each other, Rollins and Ambrose, but time heals all wounds. I'm sure we will get a Shield reunion at some point. If you were asking me to book it as like a fantasy booking type scenario, it's not going to happen. But I almost think if the Shield were together right now or were to reform right now, then I would be all for doing something where they reunite for the purposes of standing up to this invading force from NXT, much as they were. They weren't really acknowledged too much as being the NXT guys when they came up, but it was mentioned a couple of times that, hey, it's three guys from our NXT, developmental league, I think, or something like that. They were the three guys from NXT who came in and ran roughshod over everybody in the company. They would triple powerbomb anybody and everybody. They were terrorizing the entire roster. Well, you've got three very talented guys coming to developmental very soon in the form of Kenta, Kevin Steen, and Prince Devitt. All three, by the way, who were brought in with much fanfare. So say what you want to about Kenta. Why are you bringing them up? Just an indie lover, right? You'll always have people who love to say stupid shit like that. It just makes me laugh. Hey, WWE must feel the same way. They had Hulk Hogan in the ring with Kenta during his contract signing. And there's the photo online of Kenta with Triple H. There's the photo online of Kenta, of Devitt with Triple H. There's the photo of Steen with Triple H. These have been some of the most high-profile signings that they've had ever. So they must have big plans for these guys, you would hope. What if they all came up at the same time? God knows that they don't have to spend much time at NXT. It's not like Devitt doesn't know how to wrestle. It's not like Kenta doesn't know how to wrestle. So what if they spent very little time at NXT, and within a month or two, you bring them up. You bring them up together. They come out one week, kind of like the Shield when they first came along. They attack, whether it's Cena or just random people. They're this little invading force of talented guys from NXT. And you do a Shield reunion where you can get 6-man tag matches out of it. You could do the Shield against Kenta, Kevin Steen, and Prince Devitt. Can you imagine the matches that those 6 guys would have together?